Good morning, CFC Family, and especially for our online worshipers. Magandang umaga ho sa ating lahat. And we welcome you to our church worship service segment, which is the CFC Snippets, wherein we're going to enrich more yung message that has been shared by our pastor, Reverend Jasper Lee Rosalita, with the title or with the theme, The Wisdom of Justice and Mercy. Happy first Sunday for the month of June. It's middle of the year already, and we thank God for everything that He had done in our lives. So, Pastor Jas, we have a series of questions that we want you to answer and to give us more information about it using the Bible, of course. So, Pastor Jas, the first question is, what does it mean to do justice?
To do justice is not to hinder the flow of justice as expressed in Amos chapter 5 verse 24, which says, "But let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream." As believers, we should not be the reason that justice would be withheld, but instead, let us seek justice and righteousness of God in our own lives and in the world around us. Because it is important to note that to do justice is to do it with our thoughts. It is to act upon it and to have fairness in all that we do. That includes how we treat others as believers in the Lord.
Wow, indeed, it's part of us being Christians, Pastor, to do justice to other believers and to other people around us. Secondly, kanina justice, ngayon naman, what does it mean to love mercy?
To love mercy means that we desire to express mercy. In Ephesians chapter 2, verse 4 to 5 says, "But because of this great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ, even when we were dead in transgressions." So here we can see that because of God's love, He showed mercy. And as recipient of that mercy, we must also love the mercy we receive, so that we are also able to show mercy upon those whom we would like to love.
Well, indeed, we cannot share mercy if, first of all, we don't have experienced it firsthand. So that is very significant. Thank you so much for that, Pastor Jas. There are two more questions. The second to the last is, how can Christians walk humbly with God?
To answer this question, I would like to quote the Apostle Paul in what he said in Philippians chapter 2, verse 3. He said, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself." So meaning, as we walk humbly before God, we acknowledge that He is the one who has justified us. And there is nothing that we can do or we have done that deserves credit, for it is by His grace and mercy that we have done all things. So when we say we need to walk humbly, it simply means that we acknowledge that everything in our lives was allowed and permitted by God for us.
Well, exactly. Thank you so much, Pastor Jas. And last but not the least, why does the Lord require all of these things?
Now, it is important for us to take note of these three things. Not only taking one or two, but the three things that we have mentioned. It is necessary because when we have these three things in our lives, it keeps our heart balanced, focused, and centered on godly things. And we learn that through these things, we can see justice and mercy in the light of God's understanding. We must remember that it should be equal. Because if there is justice without mercy, it would lead to cruelty. Mercy without justice will lead to vulnerability, and humility without confidence in God's justice and love for God's mercy would lead to fear and lack of self-worth. So having the three together means that we are living not only a balanced life, but what the Bible expects from us.
Wow. Indeed, for us Christians to live a balanced life, just to reiterate lang yung sinabi ni Pastor Jas, we must do justice, we must love mercy, and we must walk humbly with God. And all of these three things should be interconnected, interrelated with one another for us to live a balanced life. Daghang kayong salamat for those messages, Pastor Jasper. And for some announcements, CFC Family, we are inviting everyone to join our mid-year prayer and fasting this coming June 13 to 18, 2022. We will have our on-site intercessory nights on June 13 to 17 at 6 p.m. at CFC Social Hall. So come and join us as we pray and fast. Again, 13 to 18 will be our prayer and fasting. The on-site prayer and fasting will be on 13 to 17 around 6 p.m. here at CFC Social Hall. At the same time, we are still conducting our Power Connect, but now it is during Tuesday and Thursday. For Tuesday Power Connect, it will be an on-site Power Connect. So you can join us here at CFC Social Hall as well at 6 p.m. for the on-site Power Connect. And as well as Thursday will be an online Power Connect that will be live via Facebook around 8 o'clock in the evening. So you can join us as well during these times. If you have any prayer requests or counseling needs, don't hesitate to message us on our Facebook page or approach any of our pastors or church staff. There is also a Google form on Facebook in which you can fill out your prayer request. So for those who needed intercession, those who needed help through prayer, please don't hesitate to contact us, to reach out to us. We would love to help, just as the message of the word has been reminded us. So please join us for the rest of our activities for this month, and we're happy to worship and to celebrate God's goodness with you. Thank you so much for joining us for this CFC Snippets. Have a blessed Sunday, everyone, and good morning.